Oh, there you go. Sean Cunningham.
Hey, Luke, I don't see you, but hopefully you can hear me. Okay, cool.
Sorry.
Just what can you say about just the team's demeanor? Obviously, having been eliminated, I hate to say, does it take a pressure off? But just if you can kind of speak to the team's demeanor and kind of mindset as they approach the final two.
Yeah, I think everybody's a little disappointed. We came in with high hopes, but at the same time, we have games to play, and we had a good shoot around today, and it's the game of basketball. So guys are excited to play, and we know that we got to go out there and and work on certain things. And this is another opportunity and chance for us to get better at that.
And, not to sound corny or anything, but is this kind of the ultimate learning experience? You talked about how this would be kind of a playoff atmosphere, and when you don't come up the way you're hoping for, do you hope that kind of resonates as you guys go into the off season?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think it's the exact same as getting into those playoffs and feeling it, but it was pretty close as far as the intensity of the games and the caliber of teams we were going against every night, and really feeling the difference between winning and losing in those some of the close games we lost, how those little things add up throughout the game. And it's one of those things that we have to do a great job of taking this with us into the off season. We should, as a group, be frustrated by it, be aware of it, and come back into next season really ready to lock in and make some jumps forward. And I think that with our group, we'll get that done.
James Hale.
Yeah, Luke, knowing that the next season starts right back up, I mean, it's going to be a little over 2 months when you guys are going to look at a training camp and everything else. What is it that you want to sort of impress on the guys here at the end to carry into what should be a really short summer?
Well, just, to continue, it's about building, habits and having the behaviors of how we play that are going to lead us to win ball games. And I think it was evident, we talked about as a group things we have to do to win these type of big games coming into the bubble. And we didn't get those done. We didn't keep people off the foul line. Our low man defensive rotation wasn't where it needed to be to beat these top level teams. We had to be, we knew we were going to have to come in and get hot with our shooting. Now, some of that is what you can't control, but there's a lot of things here that we didn't do well that we had started to do much better before the stoppage of play, and it just didn't carry itself over. So hopefully we gain that awareness, James, and we think about it this summer, and we come back locked in and ready to go for next season.
And secondly, you're going to be shorthanded tonight. What is it you're going to do with your lineups, your rotations? How are we going to see a lot more of the young guys, or are we still going to play this thing out?
No, we're going to play it out. We'll probably see some more guys. I thought Jabari looked good in his minutes. He hasn't really had an opportunity since he's been with us. When we first got him, we were playing as well as we had all year, so we were sticking with our rotation. And coming into this thing, he was coming off COVID. So, I thought he looked good in that game, so we'll try to get him out there a little bit and check him out. We'll continue to play Daquan, but yeah, Harrison and Bogey and Buddy and Corey, these guys will all play. Yogi will get an extended role tonight. So you'll see some new James and some of the guys that have been playing.
Jason Jones.
Hey, Luke.
Hey, Jason.
I'm just kind of wondering, just in terms of your team and the expectations, a season ago, they surprised a lot of people, and it feels like this season they maybe came in with more expectations. Is there really any truth to the idea or the notion that it's a different feeling when there are expectations as opposed to being the team that maybe no one has expectations for?
Yeah, there's truth to that. And it's our job as players and a team to not let that affect what we're trying to accomplish out there on the basketball court. So, we talk about controlling what we can control and focusing on what we do as a group and not any of the outside issues, any of the outside pressures. But there's truth to it for sure. And it takes a mindset not to listen to any of that stuff.
And when Bays talked this morning, he talked about how even-keeled you've remained through this bubble situation. That's one thing the players have said from day one, that you just kind of remained even-keeled. Just what keeps you kind of in that? Because I think what Bays said was there were times where he would get mad if he were the coach and he didn't, but you don't. Just what keeps you at that level through these growing pains?
It's not that I don't get mad, Jason. It's, I'm as a coach, you're a teacher, and it's my job to teach and to explain and to try to get the group, to play a certain way. And I know it's an emotional game, and I try to, every coach I ever played for was pretty good at keeping their cool, from Luke Olson to Phil Jackson. So. I as a player always appreciated that, so I try to remain calm, even if there are times that I'm feeling a little angry on the inside.
Jason Anderson.
Hey, Luke, on a personal note, I know it's been a long 35 days. I'm looking forward, to you being able to get home, get in your own bed. A couple questions real quickly. One, with all the complications this year, from injuries to everything else, how has that complicated your job and the front office's job in being able to evaluate this group and the pieces and how they fit going forward?
Yeah, it wasn't ideal, but that's part of pro sports, and it's you always, any team you talk to that has success and wins at a high level, they'll tell you there's always some luck involved, and one of those pieces is whether or not a team can stay healthy. What I do like about our group is that by the end of the season, we were playing our best basketball. We were playing consistent basketball. We had gotten much better from the start. And, I think that as a coach is what you're looking to see. So that from that part of the evaluation, I think that we saw some really good things from our guys individually and as a team. But unfortunately, we didn't get a ton of work together with certain groups. Marvin being a big piece of that. When Fox was hurt a lot, Rashawn was playing. When Fox came back, Rashawn got hurt. So there are some combinations we would have loved to get some more time together with. But overall, I think the group came together nicely.
Okay, so, along those same lines, what do you feel comfortable with knowing, okay, we have A, B, and C, we might need X, Y, and Z? What do you like and what do you feel like you need going forward?
I think our biggest room for improvement is going to be defensively. We have to accept and buy into how important it is to be consistently good on that end. And, that's something that doesn't happen overnight. I went through the same process in LA, and, when I was coaching there, we were bottom 3 in the NBA in defense. Well, you keep working on it, and those numbers will get better. So I'd say priority one would be defense, and that's something that we're going to keep preaching going forward.
All right, last one, G-Man. You there, G-Man? Can you hear me, G-Man? Okay. Sorry. I'm going to go to Sean Cunningham real quick. Last one. Sorry, go ahead, Sean.
I got you right now. You kind of touched on it a little bit, but just a little bit more directly is, in these final two games for you, do you have any question marks or curiosities that you might have answers to or seek answers to in these final two games?
Nothing that we're going to get final answers on, but I'm excited to see our guys continue to try to to embrace and get better at these things that we're talking about. I am excited to see Jabari get an opportunity out there. Harry will get some more minutes tonight. So there's little things like that as a coach you're looking at, as an organization we're looking at, but there won't be any final decisions made on how these last 2 games are played, or performances by individuals in just a 2-game period.
All right, sorry, Coach. G-Man, you're up.
Coach, we're talking about the defensive business. How disappointing is it when you look at the numbers in the bubble and you see your team giving up 125 a night?
Yeah, I mean, it's disappointing. I mean, we're disappointed in it because we know that we can be better than that. And a lot of the mistakes we have come from fouling too much. You look at, I think the Dallas game is a perfect example. A game we lose in overtime, and they shoot 50 free throws, we shoot 12. That's a game we should win if we're more disciplined on the defensive end of the ball. And there's just little things like that as you go through the games that are hurting us. And when you're playing at this level with the top 22 teams in the league and everyone's fighting for playoff spots or playoff seeding, those things will come back and nip you. And that it happened to us a few times. So, it's disappointing, but as long as we learn from it, G-Man, and move forward and we get better from it, then you live with it. What we can't have happen is go through it and then come back next year and then have the same mistakes happening again. So as long as we learn from the opportunity, then as much as it hurts, it's something we got to go through, and I'm fine with that.
Thanks, Luke.